Hey everybody, what I want to talk about tonight has to do with the concept of collapsing the chakra system down to a single point, or how it relates to torsion fields, and a little bit more about how all that relates to reality and whatever else I may get into. Like a lot of other people in the past, I had looked at the chakra system as being something that wasn't necessary, something that can be removed, and there are people that have done that, and I considered that idea at the time, and I think at one time I even did look at the idea of removing it. What I've gotten, and then I put it back again. I felt that what was there was necessary for a reason. It had nothing to do with energy portals or outlets or connections and all that kind of stuff, but I just don't accept that anymore as being valid. I think that, again, it's all part of what we're creating within our reality and minds, and you'll see what I mean when I talk about the torsion field. So no, in reference to what I was getting in reference to the chakra system is that we needed to collapse it. And when I say collapse it, I'm talking about bringing up the lower three and the upper three down to a center point. You can look at that around, I guess, the heart chakra or a little bit higher, somewhere in that area. But the concept was bringing the whole chakra system down to a single point. And I wasn't really sure just to why that was doing that, but I was going ahead and doing that during my meditations. And then as I started doing a little more, I guess, research, and things started popping up for me on the internet, I realized that that actually relates to the point of the 11th, what's it, Surfat, whatever it is, on the tree of life, the 11th point that they don't usually put on them, but exists kind of behind the scenes on there. And then it also has to do, I realized, with the concept I talked about once before about torsion fields, and the fact that all reality, everything that we perceive as a reality, is essentially a torsion field. It's for those of you who don't know, a torsion field is imagine the concept of a glazed donut, only, I guess what we say, bigger, going from our head to our feet. And you have the energy swirling, going around it from inside to outside and outside to inside. Essentially, you have energy moving in both directions, all directions simultaneously. Now, when you relate that to the concept of what others have talked about in reference to torsion fields, is that the center point of a torsion field, much like an hourglass, and I guess in the concept, if you think about it that way, the one part of it, upper or lower, however you want to do it, would be a positive, the lower a negative. The center point, where that, what would be on an hourglass type thing, would be the point of balance, the 0 point. And when we look at the idea of everything around us being a torsion field, and us as well, everything within here, and I know that concept simply because I have seen that concept when I was on the top of a pyramid in Cobán, down in Mexico. That torsion field is what was created and what I saw enter the body at that time. So if you look at the concept of the torsion field and the idea of a positive and negative at one end and the other end, and the center point being the balance, it is like our reality. When we are a point of imbalance in our reality, emotionally, in other ways, we are either positive or negative. And the concept is to bring ourselves back to a center point of balance, almost like what you could look at like we talk about the angel types concept, where you have an androgynous being that is both male and female. The center point in a torsion field is neither positive nor negative, yet at the same time it's both. So you look at the idea, as long as we are operating in either the positive or negative side of a torsion field type of situation, what we're essentially doing is out of balance. So when I was getting the idea of bringing the chakra system back to a single point, and then from there I was flaring out the energy like a torsion field, even though at the time I hadn't given it any thought, but that was what I was feeling had to be done, and that was what I was doing. So, which brings back to I guess the concept of how this relates to reality, and that is, reality is a torsion field. There is, it's the concept of the energy going upwards and downwards, both directions simultaneously, which is what we call past and future, and the present is in the middle, and everything we see is reflected upon, I guess, what we call the side of a torsion field. It's everything is contained within that torsion field because the energy goes in all directions, and it's also a representation of the concept of duality. and maybe that makes any sense or not. But the idea is to be able to bring down what we call the chakra system, collapse it into a single point, a point of zero balance, a zero point as they would call it. So you're bringing yourself back into the concept of balance, and it may very well be time now for us to do that, to start moving past the concept of duality, the positive and negative, and move back to our center point, hence reconnect with our creator self. Anyway, thank you very much, everybody.